The Viktor Gyökeres transfer saga has taken another twist. Fabrizio Romano has come out last night speaking about his relationship with Sporting Lisbon, saying that Viktor Gyökeres is furious and very annoyed at the current situation ongoing in Portugal. Now, there was a credible source coming out from Portugal yesterday saying that Arsenal are still in talks. Now, Florian Plettenberg has come out in the last few days, last week, saying a meeting this week between Arsenal's representatives and Benjamin Sesko's representatives to make sure that personal terms are completely agreed was scheduled this week. I honestly think that this Viktor Gyökeres saga could go down to the wire. Now, we know that Manchester United are actively calling him every single day. Fabrizio Romano has come out saying that. So there's a lot to get through. I'm going to try and put this video out a little bit earlier because the news did drop late last night and I wasn't really able to get the video done. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you haven't already and let me know your thoughts down below. I think this transfer saga is going to be absolutely insane. I can see this going down to the wire. I really, really can. Make sure you go and hit that subscribe button as well. We're about, I think, 22 subscribers away from 56,200. And 90% of you who watch this content daily are not subscribed. So please hit this subscribe button. Now, I want to talk about Fabrizio Romano's transfer update last night regarding Viktor Gyökeres. Now, he put this out last night at, I want to say, is it 10 p.m.? 11:25 p.m., saying tense situation. This is obviously regarding Viktor Gyökeres. He said, tense situation between Viktor Gyökeres and Sporting. Despite previous pact for exit worth fee around 65 million euros with add-ons, Sporting's president insists on a higher fee. Now, this tells me that there was actually some truth in the gentleman's agreement between Viktor Gyökeres and Sporting. He apparently had an agreement in place that he could leave for around 65 million euros, and he's come out to various different sources saying that his intention is to leave Sporting Lisbon this summer. However, Sporting have changed, and that may no longer be the case. The price is still under 100 million euros, but is no longer 65 million euros. It may now be 80 million. I still think that's a steal, and this may be why Arsenal have diverted their attention to Benjamin Sesko. Maybe they got wind of the current situation at Sporting. You know, if Gyökeres is described as furious, I mean, that is what he said there. So it's clearly a tense situation that you don't really want to be involved in. There, of course, is Viktor Gyökeres. Now, CNN Portugal have come out yesterday and said that Arsenal are still in the race. Now, this is coming out from one of the best news outlets in Portugal. I think it was around yesterday that said Arsenal have resumed talks with Viktor Gyökeres. Andrea Berta is working hard on the situation. Now, Record Portugal have got 415,000 followers. They're a big, big, big news outlet. And before anyone says this isn't Edwo Hagen talking about it, he's literally just putting the tweet from Record Portugal, as you can see there. Viktor Gyökeres representatives is currently in a meeting with Arsenal's. It then goes on to say, Hassan, is that, I'm probably going to butcher this name. Is that Katenga's meeting? Like, Hassan Katenga's meeting with the Gunners marks the beginning of a new phase in the context which should result in a presentation of a formal proposal. Then, on top of that, you've currently got the Viktor Gyökeres Manchester United situation. I put this out on the second channel. If you want to go watch that, let me know your thoughts. Manchester United are actively calling Viktor Gyökeres every single day. Now, Alfredo Padula has come out yesterday and said Arsenal are working to leapfrog Manchester United and others in the race for Viktor Gyökeres. Now, the four teams that are looking at him as Juventus, Al Hilal, Manchester United, and Arsenal. Now, as it stands right now, according to credible sources, Manchester United are the front runners to land Viktor Gyökeres. But it all depends on what situation happens with regards to this situation with Benjamin Sesko. Now, Florian Plettenberg, who's the most reliable transfer journalist in Germany when it comes to Bundesliga news, he's pretty much on the money every single time. His pinned tweet is currently still, the Arsenal are in concrete talks for Benjamin Sesko. But is this dragging on purely because of the situation with Viktor Gyökeres? Are they in a tug-of-war match? Is Andrea Berta and Arteta like this? I have remained very consistent on my thoughts. When you've got a player like Viktor Gyökeres who has scored 50 goals the last 2 seasons in all competitions at Sporting Lisbon, a guy who at Sporting Lisbon's record is, and I quote, 97 goals and 28 games in 102 games. Sorry, 28 assists. So he's got, sorry, not 50. He's got 97 goals in 2 seasons with 28 assists and 102 games. He's got 6 in 8 in the Champions League. He's got 7 GA in 9 in the Europa League. His record in the Championship at Coventry was 60 GA and 116. His record is very good. Are Arsenal, are they potentially going to get both? Now, I personally think at this moment in time, recording this video, Manchester United are closer than Arsenal to signing him. But the fact this situation is going to have lots of different twists, turns, it's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be so much drama. I can see this going down to mid-June. I honestly think right now, when you look at the situation with regards to Manchester United. Now, we know they've got a lot of players to sell. They're looking at selling Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, Rasmus Højlund. So the funds will be there. They've already brought in Cunha. They've brought in Mbuemo. I think a pre-season for under Ruben Amorim is going to do the world of good. But then you've got to look at Arsenal. They have to go out there and make a statement signing. Liverpool are doing, the utmost to get the strongest team possible. Florian Wirtz, here we go. Frimpong. Gyökeres is very close. Then you got the situation at Manchester City with Reinders, right? With a new goalkeeper, with Cherkin, with Rayan Aït-Nouri. If Arsenal want to go out and challenge for a Premier League title, they do need to get their act together. I know it's only, 12 days into the transfer window, and technically, as of right now, the transfer window is closed because of the Club World Cup deadline. But there is still clubs working on deals. Just because it's closed, do not think that there's not stuff going on in the background. These football clubs will know of right now, we'll know of right now the situation with regards to Viktor Gyökeres. I think it's going to go down to the wire. I do think this week we'll probably get an update with regards to Benjamin Sesko's Arsenal situation. I can see that one being very open. I think Arsenal will probably put a bid in this week. But there's a lot of people in the back of their minds who are Arsenal Man United fans that just want this Viktor Gyökeres saga to be, to be over. I mean, it's coming from the most credible source out there, Fabrizio Romano, saying that this situation, right, is very tense. Now, if Arsenal know it's tense and they go and drop a, say, 70 million euro bid and disrupt the current Man United conversations, or Juventus come out of nowhere and go, right, there's 75 million euros, or Al Hilal. I don't think he's going to go Al Hilal. I don't think he's going to go Juventus. I think he's Premier League. The Premier League is where he wants to be. He's not overly fussed about the Champions League, according to reports. Hence why Manchester United are at the moment leading the negotiations for Viktor Gyökeres. They're the absolute front runner. But I do think this is gonna be one to watch. I love the transfer window. There's so much speculation, rumors, twists, turns. There's so much different reports from different credible sources, from different journalists. Arsenal and Man United are stepping up their pursuit. Viktor Gyökeres' agent has met with both officials from Man United and Arsenal. So let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.